Hello students, next topic is center of mass. It is also called center of inertia. Inertia is the other term used for the mass. Center of mass is a point, it is not, it does not occupy any, it is a point where the total mass of the object appears to be concentrated. If you take the weight, total weight appears to be concentrated, the point in the object is called the center of gravity. If you talk about the mass, the total mass of the object appears to be at the given point is called as center of mass. Center of mass do not depend on the acceleration to gravity, but center of gravity depends on the acceleration to gravity. For any two objects, if you have taken the center of mass lie close to the larger mass. Center of mass always lie between the particles, not outside outside the system of particles, means collection of the objects. It can be outside the masses, it can be outside the objects, but not the system of objects. Means if these two particles you have taken, center of mass cannot be here, outside. It will be in between. The center of mass can be here, it can be outside the objects. Between these two objects, it can be in the air. It means center of mass is close to the larger mass. If the mass is too high, like sun, if you have taken, then the planets are very small in size and also in mass, then center of mass will be inside the sun only. If you take this as a sun, very big one, the earth and other planets together also very small comparatively. So, this large mass and small mass, center of mass is close to the larger mass, or almost close to the center only. It appears as if the planets are revolving around the center of the sun, but actually they are revolving around the center of mass. Objects always try to move around the center of mass when they get disturbed. And for the symmetrical objects, symmetrical objects, the center of mass will be lying at the geometric center, square, rectangle, etc. The geometric center can be obtained by intersecting on the diagonals. For the equilateral triangle, if you have taken, or any triangle you have taken, the center of mass will be at the intersection of the medians. And if you take in the cone, for the cone, large mass is at the base and the tip, the total height is h, means the center of mass will be close to the base, the height is equals to h by 4, remaining height will be 3 h by 4 from the vertex or corner. Center of mass will be exactly the midpoint. If you take the two equal masses, the center of mass will be exactly at the midpoints. That means R1 will be equal to R2 from each masses. And center of mass always lie in between the objects such that one particle is say mass m1, other particle is m2, the distance from center of mass, first particle distance R1, second particle distance R2. The condition for center of mass is always m1 R1 is equals to m2 R2, or R1 by R2 is equals to m2 by m1. That means, ratio of the distances from center of mass to the masses is inversely proportional to the masses. Inversely proportional distance is R1 by R2 is m2 by m, inversely proportional to the masses. And in case if you are taking the coordinates of center of mass, if you take the different particles represented at different positions on the x axis, y axis, etc., the coordinates what to take is xm. X coordinate of center of mass is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 and so on. We can take any numbers. Denominator must be total mass, you have to take divided by total mass, m1 plus m2 plus m3, any number we can take. If you are taking the this y x coordinate, if you want y coordinates, y same equal to m1 y1, if the particles are on the y axis are in between x and y axis, m1 r1 plus m2, m1 y1 plus m2 y2 and so on by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Symmetry is there in the formulas, it will be easy to calculate the problems. Similarly, z axis also you can find zcm equal to m1 z1 and m2 z2 and so on by m1 plus m2 plus m3. And position coordinate, if you want RCM is equals to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 and m3 r3 and so on by m1 plus m2. Position coordinate taken means m1 r1 bar vector form you have to take for the position coordinates. If you take this RCM, if you want the position coordinate vector form, you have to take it as xcm into I plus ycm into j into zcm into k. Generally they ask in 2 dimension only, x and y. And magnitude, if you want this for the position coordinate, under root of xm square plus ycm square you have to take. Next, center of mass is not affected by the internal forces. If the particles are moving towards each other or away from each other due to attraction, mutual attraction due to the gravitational force, electrostatic force, etc. If the forces because the internal forces that do not affect the center of mass, means velocity of center of mass is 0 and acceleration is 0, resultant displacement of center of mass is also always 0 due to the internal forces. Next, some problems we will discuss in this topic. 43, 10 grams, 30 grams, 60 grams are located at 20 centimeters, 40 centimeters, 80 centimeters on meter scale. Meter scale, if they mentioned means that is a 100 centimeter scale, that is 1 meter it means. On the meter scale, find the location of center of mass. xm equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 and so on by total mass. This is m1, this is m2, m3 and this is x1, x2, x3 we are taking on the x axis, that we can take the imagination of x axis if they do not mention it. Next, from origin distance you are taking, origin means 0 of the scale, m1 is a distance of 20 centimeters, m2 at 40 centimeters, center of mass of the scale will be at 50, but scale mass is not mentioned. So, take only the particles masses. If the scale mass is given, that mass also at located on symmetrical scale will be at the center of the scale. 100 centimeter scale means 1 meter. At 50 centimeters, you will find the center of mass of the symmetrical scale of 1 meter. Next, m1, x1, m2 distance x2, xcm. This is the center of mass located. We are going to get the answer here. That is center of mass 62 centimeters. You will get that is x coordinate is xcm, and x3 is at for m3 at distance equal to 80 centimeters. Substitution of the values you will get m1 10, x1 20, m2 x2, m3 x3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. 10 plus 30 plus 60, 40 plus 60 is 100 grams denominator. These are 200, 1200, 4800. Denominator 100, 100 cancels. The calculation of this will give 62 centimeters. Better put the brackets because and also follow the board mass rules to calculate it. Do not take addition first, multiplication you take first. So, the center of mass is located at 62 centimeters from this 0 of the scale, that is from the origin. Next, question number 45. M1, M2 are located on the y axis. If M1 is raised up by 1 centimeters, M1 is raised up, shifted upwards by 7 centimeters. By what distance M2 is raised? You are shifting it upwards or downwards, or shifted you can say. To shift the center of mass up only by 1 centimeters, upwards plus downwards. Cartesian coordinate system, sign convention you have to take, upwards plus downwards minus, right side plus left side minus. Okay, here upwards you are taking plus you have to take. Y coordinates you are taking on the y axis they mentioned, not compulsory, you can take either way. Shift will be the same only, but your upwards plus minus you are mentioning, it means you follow the same procedure. YCM equal to m1 y1 plus m2 y2 by m1 plus m2. Between these two particles of masses m1 and m2, center of mass located here. If the particles are shifted, means center of mass also possible to shift. YCM shift is nothing but equal to delta values, means y2 minus y1, change in values is nothing but equal to shift. So, delta YCM, this formula you need to remember for the shifting of the center of masses in this case. Delta YCM equal to m1 delta y1 plus m2 delta y2 by m1 plus m2. Same formula, just put a deltas indicating the changes in values. Delta y1 is nothing but equal to y1 prime minus y2 y1, change in values. And you are given the values m1 rise up by 7 centimeters, and that means delta y1 is 7 centimeters. Upwards means plus you have taken. And due to that reason, center of mass is shifted up by 1 centimeters. Delta YCM is plus 1 centimeter. So, you have to find out delta y2 equal to how much. Substituting the values what you get here, 1 centimeter equal to m1 is 10 kg into delta y1 is 7 centimeters, upwards only plus m2 is 30 plus into delta y2. Delta y2 is nothing but equal to, you have to find out by m1 plus m2, 30 plus 10 is equals to 40 you will get. 40 into 1 is 40 centimeters is nothing but equal to 70. This is 70, 40 equal to 70 plus 30. The result delta y1 is equal to minus you will get. Minus means what? M2 is actually moved downwards for M2, not moved up, it is actually moved downwards. Next, 46th question. 6 particles at corners of hexagon, regular hexagon they will mention, regular hexagon, pentagon like that. Regular word means equal distances of side L. One mass is doubled, Find the shift in center of mass. 6 particles, hexagon has the 6 particles, all of mass equal, and all side length or distance between the particles and from center also equal distances, and angles will be 60, 60 in between here, 60, 60, 60 degrees. You can take all each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equilateral triangles combined to get the regular hexagon. So, total mass appeared at center of mass means here. Total particles are 6 particles. So, each particle mass is m, total mass is 6 m. 6 m is at the center, that we take it as the origin. So, this we take it as the origin. And now, new particle is added at distance equal to L. These are all side lengths, L you have taken. At distance equal to L, this mass is doubled you are telling. When mass is doubled means already m is there, you are adding one more mass. That m more mass is added is nothing but equal to m only. So, first we will think that all these particles are here at the center, and one more particle added only separately you have to take it. That now what happens, the effect is 6 m total particles at the origin. Now, additional particle mass is m added at distance equal to L. Now, total mass 6 m at the origin you have taken, that means x1 is equals to 0 we have to take. Total m1 is 6 mass, total particles masses, and m2 new particle is nothing but equal to m, added at distance equal to x2 is equals to L, second particle distance L. Then new shift in the center of mass. Center of mass will be, if you are adding extra weight, center of mass will be shifted towards a large weight. Same problem will be added for the triangle, even square, etc. Okay, procedure is similar ones. Wherever you are adding, that side only shift will be there. If you are removing it, the shift will be opposite side you have to take. So, here added means plus you take, if the mass is removed, m2 is removed means you take it as a minus sign. Mass will never be negative, here negative sign indicates removed, but here we are in this question we are adding it. So, delta x equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2, all mass are equivalent, but x1 is 0 initially, this is a 6m and the 0, this m2 is m into x2 equal to L. So, m into L you will get by 6m plus m is 7m you will have. So, mm cancels, the result is L by 7. This is a mass added. Same problem if the mass is removed. If m removed from one corner, if mass is removed at one corner, then you take it as equals to m2 is equals to minus m, you have to take in the expression numerator as well as denominator. The shift will be opposite side, shift is in opposite side. So, delta x equal to 0 minus becomes m into L by 6 m minus m, which is nothing but equal to minus m L by 5 m, m cancels, which is equal to delta x equal to minus L by 5, it becomes shift is opposite side. So, here the shift is right side, if you are removing it, if you are removing this mass, the center of mass will be shifting opposite side. You take. In case if the mass are doubled opposite corners, if the mass are doubled opposite corners or equal changes are taken place in the opposite corners, the resultant center of mass will not be affected. Next, 56 question. This not related to this problem, please, this is the extra point. Next, 56 question. M1 is 3 kg, M2 is 6 kg. Separation is 15 centimeters, both initially at rest and move towards each other. Due to mutual attraction of force. Find the ratio of the distances covered by before meet. Then the two particles are moving towards each other due to attraction, or if they are going away from each other due to the attraction, the force will be internal force will not affect the center of mass. So, if they are moving towards each other due to the mutual force of attraction, they are going to meet at a center of mass always, provided they are the particles. If they are the not particles, but the bigger objects you have taken, if they are the bigger objects, then the center try to meet at the center, but they cannot meet because the size is bigger, surfaces will meet. In such cases, you take that m1 location not at the center, but you locate on the surface, this m2 locate the surface, and this first surface you take it the origin, and second surface distance you take it this distance equal to x2 we take, and m2 and the surface only you take, and surface meeting this calculation only we have to take. Next is in these formulas, if the velocities etc. you want to calculate for the velocity of center of mass or particles, no differentiation you have to take it. Differentiation of the displacement is nothing but equal to velocity. Vcm equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2 and m3 v3 by total mass. If you want to get the acceleration again differentiate to take it up. So, acm equal to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 plus m3 a3 by total mass you have to consider. But here center of mass is not affected due to the internal forces. So, velocity of center of mass is 0. In such cases, internal force. Internal force is there means ACM equal to 0, VCM is also equal to 0, provided initial velocity is 0, initial acceleration is 0. So, in that case center of mass is not at all affected. CM is not affected by internal force, and when they are going to meet now due to the internal force is at center of mass, because their particles means negligible size we are taking. The condition is nothing but m1 x1 is equals to m2 m x2. That means, here this formula xm plus ycm initially variate is there, that it will be there only, becomes equal to 0, shift will be 0. In that case what you get here is only two particles are there, m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2 equal to 0. So, what you get here is m1 x1 equal to minus of m2 x2, minus taking is not compulsory required, it only indicates a opposite direction. So, I am taking the origin at the center of mass and right side positive distances, left side negative distances, that only indicated here, but not compulsory to be taken from here. Then m1 x1 equal to m2 x2 and x1 by x2 equal to m2 by m1. Here m2 is 6 kg, m1 is 3 kg. So, 2 is to 1. Same ratio you will get for the velocities and accelerations. Velocity is dx by dt is nothing but velocity. So, v1 by v2 equal to m2 by m1, a1 by a2 is also equal to m2 by m1, that is mentioned in the next points. m1 v1 equal to minus of m2 v2, momentums are equal because the force is internal force do not affect the momentum, and acceleration force F action equal to minus of F reaction, force or internal force means action reactions are taking m1 a1 equal to m2 a2. So, So, A1 by A2, a V1 by V2, x1 by x2, same ratio you will get. This same question can be asked in the different ways, like two blocks are taken with a spring connected in between and kept on the rough surface or smooth surface. If they take the smooth surface, directly can take. Rough surface means equal friction problem generally they will give. In that case, M1, M2 not equal ones. Then force, their compressed and released. Whenever the compressed and released action force, the reaction force F equal to Kx, they will give the compression how much? X values. So, F equal to Kx, you will get the force, equal force acting on these two particles, F action equal to F reaction you will have. F action equal to F reaction, and you will get the same relations for these blocks distances travelled. How much this ratio of the distances travelled is x1 by x2 is equals to m2 by m1, v1 by v2 equal to m2 by y1, a1 by a2 is also equal to m2 by m1. In the minus indicates they are moving in the opposite directions. Next, 63. Straight wire is taken and bent in the form of a circle. Straight wire to circle shape. Straight wire center of mass at the midpoint for the symmetrical wire, and for circle center of mass at the midpoint. At the center, if you take a ring center of mass at the center, there is no mass at center of mass, means there is no mass particle at center of mass. So, center of mass need not be inside the material, but it is within the boundary of the materials. Shift you have to find out. Shift is nothing but equal to center of mass shifted from here to here. The Cm prime is new center of mass, this is the previous center of mass. The shift is nothing but equal to radius, and L is given as equals to L. Length of the wire is L converted into circle. L is equals to 2 pi r, and you are given the length of the wire L is equals to pi meters. M is meter here. Unity actually it is pi meters mentioned. So, shift of center of mass itself is the radius of the circle. So, we have to find out r expression from this. R is equals to L by 2 pi. L is pi, pi cancels, you will get is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 0.5 meters. Next, 76th question. Each particle of mass m, all are identical particles of each of mass m are at the corners of an equilateral triangle of side L equal to root 3. One particle is removed, one of the particle is removed, find the shift in the center of mass. So, here if we are removing one particle, 3 particles are there, one particle I removed, this particle, only these two will be the center of mass will be here. Previous center of mass is geometric center, and that coordinates for geometric center for this equilateral triangle will be at this point, and that is this is going to be L, means this is L by 2 is x coordinate, and y coordinate is this distance. Y coordinate this distance is nothing but equal to, this is r, from this to here distance is nothing but equal to r. R is nothing but equal to, r is given here. For equilateral triangle you have to remember these distances from the corner to the center of mass or geometric center. R is nothing but equal to L by root 3, L is the side length by root 3. So, what you get here is L is also given here root 3 by root 3 becomes equal to 1, R becomes equal to 1, and XCM, this is the XCM center point is L by 2, total L by 2 you will get. YCM is nothing but equal to R by 2, this R by 2, L by 2 root 3 is the relationship we have. Root 3 cancel, 1 by 2 means 0.5 centimeters. So, one particle is removed means shift in center of mass is 0.5 centimeters. Next, 93, carbon monoxide given. Carbon monoxide and different atoms may be given. Sometimes they will give the masses, sometimes they may not give the masses, or number of particles they mention indirectly. Carbon atom and oxygen atom are separated by distance equal to r, that is equals to 1.12 angstroms. And mass of the carbon, how many particles are in the nucleus, that only you take it as the mass of the carbon, that is the mass number you can take, 6 neutrons, 6 protons, total is 12 you will get. And oxygen 8 protons, 8 neutrons, it is not O2, it is O only. Monatomic CO you are taking carbon monoxide, therefore, you will get as a 16 mass. Separation is x2, and for comfort purpose what you take is first particle at the origin you take it. When you take the first particle at the origin, x1 is 0 and x2 becomes equal to r, it is given as 1.12 angstroms, and m1 is the mass of the carbon, m2 is the mass of the oxygen, that is 12 and 16 respectively. XCM, you have to find out the XCM center of mass, from which particle they asked that you take at the origin, they asked it is from origin, from carbon, this is from carbon. So, x1 is 0 we are taking, carbon we are taking at the origin, 0 plus m2 is mass of the oxygen into x2 is r by mass of the carbon plus mass of the oxygen. The result is this is a 16 into distance 1.12 by 16 plus 12, this is a 28, 16 by 28 in 1.12 is 0.64 angstroms. Next, 95th question. Two particles are there, one is m1 having a acceleration a1 equal to 0 means at rest, this is at rest, and m2 is only in motion with the acceleration equal to A. They asked what is the acceleration of center of mass. They did not mention mutual attractions. Mutual attraction or repulsion means mutual force are there, internal forces, it becomes there is no effect in center of mass. Initial at rest means both particles center of mass at rest, that means velocity of center of mass 0, acceleration center of mass also 0, but here they did not mention due to the mutual attraction, they are just particles are moving, maybe due to external force. In that case, ACM is equals to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 by m1 plus m2, substitute the values here. Identical masses they mentioned, m1 equal to m2 equal to m, and a1 is 0 because at rest, a2 equal to a. Substitution of the values, you will get the acceleration of center of mass is nothing but equal to a by 2. Next problem, students, 113 question number. Here 3 spheres are given, 3 particles of equal masses, all identical means same size. You have to take A, B, C are the centers of these particles. You are asked to find out the location of center of mass from the symbols only A, B, C. Each mass is having the value equal to 1 kg, and XCM is nothing but equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. So, each one mass is equal means I am taking this m1 equal to m2 equal to m, as m1 equal to m2 equal to m3 equal to m only we are taking, m I am taking here into x1. First mass m1 if you take m only, we are taking this at the origin. The question is look at the center of mass from the A point A, object A they told, means center of A we are taking from here to here. The distance is nothing but equal to, sometimes they will give the radius, r plus r is 2r, but the distance in terms of the symbols means it becomes equal to AB, and distance from here to here is AC, that is x2 x3. x1 is 0 because you are taking the origin at the center of the first body only. So, x1 is 0, this is 0, and x2 is nothing but equal to AB, x3 is nothing but equal to AC. All mass are equal, and denominator is m plus m plus m is 3m, mm cancels. So, denominator remains 3, numerator is AB plus AC by 3. Next 114, a circular disc of radius r is cut from the edge of the circular disc, edge of a circular disc of radius to 50 centimeters. Small r means 20 centimeter disc is cut from the big disc of radius equal to 50 centimeters. Find the shift in the center of mass. If you are cutting and making hole here, the mass will be more on the other side, shift will be towards the larger mass side. So, shift will be opposite side you have to take, and this shift mass is removed, circular, this disc is removed. And if you take the circular discs, circular or square discs, if you have taken this for the disc, sigma is equal to called as a surface charge density or areal density we can take is equals to mass by area taken, not surface, sorry, areal density we have to take. And if you take the sphere, from the sphere small spherical portion is removed, you take the volume density is equal to mass by volume we have to take. And sometimes rods taken, wherever the mass rods taken means you take the linear density is nothing but equal is lambda. Linear density is nothing but equal to mass by length you have to take. Here areal density is mass by area. For circular plates area is equals to pi r square. For the square plate area is equals to length into breadth. Depending on the shape of the materials, you need to modify this expression. Same metal means sigma is same. Same thickness, uniform thickness, sigma is also same. Non-uniform thickness we go for integration, that will not be asked. Up to NEET also they do not ask. Sigma is equals to mass by area is a constant here because uniform thickness same you are taking. So, big object you have taken means their mass is equal to sigma into area, mass is proportional to area to take it. Mass is proportional to area. So, bigger object is big mass is proportional to big area, that is pi r square, pi is constant here, do not use that. Small object, small circular plate is small m is proportional to pi r square, small r square, and pi is constant, do not use it. R is small r is 20 centimeters, capital R is 50 centimeters. Small plate is cut or removed, then shift will be opposite side. When you are removing it, mass you take it as a minus, numerator as well as denominator. So, m1 x1 minus m2 x2 by m1 minus m2. x1 is 0 here because first bigger object is at having the center of mass at the origin you have taken. So, this part is 0. m2 mass is proportional to radius square. So, small m2 is nothing but equal to small m proportional to r square. This is wherever small mass is replaced with area means pi r square, pi numerator denominator cancels. So, r square into x2, the distance from here to here. This total radius is capital R, this radius is small r. Capital R minus small r is nothing but the distance from the center to centers, r minus r, that is becomes equal to x2, distance of the smaller particle mass, the smaller disk mass m2. So, x2 becomes equal to r minus r, and m2 is nothing but equal proportional to area square. So, m2 is r square you take. this by m1 minus m2 means r square minus r square. Directly you can substitute in this one directly r, you can take a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b term also you can take. This is r plus r into r minus r minus r cancels, remaining is r plus r. You have to remember this relationship is always better because this problem will be repeatedly asked with the different symbols or different values. So, substitution of these values becomes equal to r square is 20 into 20 by r plus r 50 plus 20 is 70, 40 by 70, the result is 5.7 centimeters. Minus means shift is opposite side, you are removing right side means shift is opposite side. If you remove left side, shift will be right side, opposite side shift you will get. If the spheres you have taken means this becomes equal to volume you are removing, sigma is equals to mass by volume, volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube it becomes, wherever mass is there from the big sphere, that is not asked for the k set please, that spheres they do not ask for the k set. Only circular plates may be asked for the k set and neat rarely asked cases for sphere. So, sphere if you have taken one inside the small cavity creating it, then you have to take the same relationship, similar relationship, but volume you have to take mass by volume, volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube for the spheres. For cylinders you have taken means volume of the cylinder kept in contact, here removed, sometimes they keep on the side, cylinder may be taken, cylindrical object may be taken like this and connected like this. So, volume of the cylinder and center of masses is the centers only you have to take, center like this, and volume is nothing but equal to, this is also 3 dimensional, sphere 3 dimensional, mass by volume. Volume of the cylinder is area into length you have to consider, and center of mass will be at the midpoint you have to take. For the cylinders for the plates and spheres you may be kept side by side also. If they are keeping side by side, this is at the origin and adding it, adding means plus plus you have to take, and m2 is at the distance r plus r you have to take at the distance equal to x2. Then shift will be towards the side where adding the masses. Next 116 on larger tray, this was multiple times repeatedly asked question, very important ones. A large big tray, instead of tray sometimes they will give the big ship also of capital M mass. Ice cube of mass small m is of edge means side length is a cube, all sides equal length, L is kept on it. Ice starts melting it, what is the shift in center of mass? Because the tray is very large, when ice block melts the water spreads on this tray, big tray, so that the thickness of the water is negligible because of large size. That means center of mass of this melted water plus tray is nothing but equal to center only we have to consider for the this tray, that is at the midpoint you take, center of mass of the tray is here, that is capital M located here, and center of mass of the block is here at its center. The distance between these two is nothing but equal to, total length is L here, size of the cube. So, this becomes equal to L by 2, that is the YCM. When ice melts, the center of mass shifts to only this much, that means the shift, this initial position of the center of mass, length in the center of mass itself is the shift in the center of mass. The formula what we have is YCM equal to m1y1 plus m2y2 by m1 plus m2, we are considering here vertical directions, and initially y1 is 0, here capital M at the origin we are taking, and m2 is the distance equal to L by 2, that is y2 equal to L by 2, and m1 is m, that is the ship, m2 is equal to small m. So, YCM becomes equal to this part is 0, m2 is a small m, y2 is L by 2 by m plus m, m by this becomes ml by 2 times m plus m is the answer for us. Next 129. In this question very big disc is connected to the side of to the end of the one rod of length L. The mass of the rod is located at its center, that means at distance equal to L by 2 from one end where the disc is attached. Center of mass of the disc is at its center only, that means we can consider these as the two masses, disc mass capital M and rod mass small m. The distance between these two itself is equals to x2 from here to here, that is r distance we can take, and x1 is 0 here, m1 equal to m is 1 kg, both are equal of 1 kgs, m2 equal to m equal to 1 kg rod, length is 1 meter, and x1 is 0 for this disc, and x2 is equals to L by 2, that is the location of mass of the rod, that is 0.5 meters. Location of the center of mass you have to find out, center of mass is located close to the larger mass site, but mass are equal, distance here the center of mass is in between you have to take here, this is center of mass. What is the distance is equals to, we will check it out. That is L by 2, L is 1 meter means 0.5 meters. Equal masses means center of mass is at the midpoint, you do not have to calculate, but directly can take also. Equal masses you have taken means central mass will be exactly at the midpoint, take it up r by 2, r by 2. So, L by 2 is the separation means what, L is 1 meter, 1 meter means 0.5, 0.5 by 2 is 0.25, but I am calculating this m1 x1 plus m2 x2, small m, this is for the rod, this is for the disc at the origin. 1 into 0.5 by 1 plus 1 is 2, which is equal to 0.25 meters. Next, 138, this is also very important problem. Boat of mass m is having the 60 kg and boat length is 3 meters. A boy of mass 2 kg, 20 kg, he walks from one end to other end by x boy, distance is equals to 3 meters, means one end to other end, length of the boat itself is the distance it traveling. Sometimes there will be the different lengths, that is why I gave that separate symbol. If he is walking towards one end, the boat will be moving backwards, but along with the boat person is also there. That means boat alone cannot move, but the force what is exerting to walk forward, he has to push the boat backwards. When you want to walk on the ground, you are pushing the earth backward direction, because the earth is very large inside, you do not notice the push or displacement of the earth. Actually, it also try to displace by some small amount. But here for the boat you can clearly notice, neglecting the friction with the water, as you walk, a person is walking one end, the boat will be moving backwards along with the person. So, internal forces is 0, the momentum of this person is equals to momentum of the boat along with the boy in the opposite directions. So, total mass, this is a boat, for the boat, total mass plus boat it is into displacement of the boat is equals to minus of mass of the boy into x of the boy, in the opposite direction they move. You are asked to find out what is the displacement of the boat. X boat equal to m by m plus m into x boy. This formula you better remember directly. Instead of boy, sometimes they will give the dog moving on the boat, and what is the distance, final distance from the shore, from the seashore or the bank also they may ask you. X boy, distance travelled is 3 meters, 20 kg, 60 plus 20 is 80, the result is 0.75 meters. I will tell you another formula linked to this, another way of asking the same questions. And if they ask you the velocities, just differentiation of this, you will give the velocity. What is the velocity of the boat means, what I have to find out is same relationship. Velocity of the boat is equals to m by m plus m into velocity of the boy, opposite directions. So, even the acceleration if they have to find out, acceleration of the boat equal to m by m plus m into acceleration of the boy, minus in opposite directions. So, this formula can be asked, this problem different way can be asked for the velocities and as well as accelerations. Instead of the water, they may give the rollers, frictionless rollers on the ground. Next, 137. You are given in the vector form, mass is 20 kg, 20 grams, 30 grams, m3 50 grams, have the velocities in vector form 10i, 10j, 10k, means along the x axis, y axis, z axis they are moving. What is the center of mass of velocity means m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus m3 v3 by total mass m1 plus m2 plus m3, which is nothing but equal to get additions. You will get the result in terms of the vector form, ij case, you check up that. If they ask magnitude, take the under root of a x component square plus y component square plus z component square. Next, 146. Atwood's mission. Atwood's mission is used to find the acceleration due to gravity g more accurately than the pendulum, simple pendulums. In this case, if m1 is greater than m2, the m1 moves downwards, m2 moves upward directions. m1 m2 are connected with the negligible mass string, light string, and inextensible string, that means ideal string we are taking, and m1 is moving down with acceleration a, connected body m2 also moves with same acceleration upwards. Downward acceleration negative, upward was positive you are taking, means value is same for the acceleration a equal to m1 minus m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. You have to remember this formula, already you know it before for the Atwood's mission. And a1, a are same, but opposite directions you are taking, this is going a1 is, this is a1 minus downwards, upwards means a2, it is a plus value you are taking. Substitution of this acceleration center of mass m1 a1 plus m2 a2 by m1 plus m2, then ACM is equal to substitution of these values, you will get the final result same as before formula acceleration, only masses part you take as square into g. Substitution of this you can do and you can check up if required or go through synopsis, you do not have to work out this, better remember this relationship. And linked to this formula of the boat and boy, sometimes they will ask at what initial distance from the edge, from the seashore or water boat or this bank, the distance is given as x naught, they will give the values. In that case, what is the distance of the boat after the person walks some distance equal to x boy, and initial distance is x naught. The boat person is moving towards left side, boat is moving opposite directions. So, what final the distance person is moved here, but boat has some distance moved, not equal distance, because more mass of this boat plus boy, distance moved by the boat is less than that of the boy itself. But center of mass will not be affected, center of mass of the boy and mass will be there only, it is not affected because the force is internal force. So, initial before boy moves, the distance of the boy is x naught from this edge, from the seashore, or you can take the river bank. and when the person is moving towards the bank, the boat moves away from the bank, and final distance of this boy from the bank is x boy double prime equal to initial distance x naught, and boat moving in the same direction, addition you take, opposite direction you take, it is a minus, plus x prime boat boy moving opposite direction minus x boy. This is the final distance of the boy from the bank, river bank we can take. And if the this only will be asked generally for the dog problem, that is standard problem repeatedly asked multiple times in the olden days. Nowadays they are not asking, but they may ask for the NEET, this extra point. If they ask the velocities, I told you already, velocity of the boat equal to m by m plus m into velocity of the boy, opposite side indicates minus sign. Generally acceleration they do not ask, displacement or velocities they can ask. Okay, I will stop here. Remaining problems, please go through the hints given in the material, CT material.